Hello my friends, welcome back to my channel, Diamonds and Washi. My name is Katie, and if you are new here, hello, welcome. I hope you'll consider subscribing for lots more diamond painting content, and if you are back, welcome back. Today I am here with my month in review of the month of July 2023. Hard to believe it's already August. But in these month in review videos, which I do manage so far to do just about every month, I like to just do a little recap of the different projects I've completed and talk about, for example, if there were any events that I participated in. And I also like to take some time to look at the month ahead and give you guys a little peek at what I've got coming down the pipe. So for the month of July, I was co-hosting the event Summer with the Masters, which it has ended, but it was the third year for this event, and it was so much fun to co-host with my friend Anthony from Single and Placing. I actually completed 2 kits in the month of July towards the event, in addition to the first kit that I finished in the month of June. It was a 2-month event, and we actually have a wrap-up live celebration that's going to be happening this weekend, where we'll announce the grand prize winners and our last couple of weekly winners, and just celebrate the end of another fantastic Summer with the Masters. So thanks to everyone that's joined in on that event with us. I also completed a really large max color kit that you'll see after this one, but I was really proud of being able to work on and complete that project during the month of July. And by the way, for any of the kits that are in this video, if there already is a dedicated post-review video that's up, or when I put up future post-review videos belatedly, like I probably will do for this one, I will try to have those linked in the description box. So if you want to hear me go really in depth, you can do that. I did finish a total of 3 diamond painting kits in the month of July, and I have 2 whips going into the month of August. And I put up, the usual 20 odd videos here over on my channel, including lots of Summer with the Masters content and unboxings and whatnot. And I've enjoyed getting to do all of that alongside you guys that are part of this community. So let me go ahead and get into a little bit more about the different kits that I completed this month. I have my diamond painting logbook here, and in my logbook, I track the different stats for a kit. I need to go grab my pen and fill in the number of colors that were in this kit. And I also need to add in a picture, because usually I have a picture in my diamond painting logbook as well. But I include the stats, and I make notes on things that I loved or maybe had, other thoughts on, any notes, and start and end date and any events that I participated in with the event. One of these days, I keep saying, but really one of these days, I'll do a flip through, because this has over 130 kits in it. At this point, and I think it'd be fun to kind of flip through and see, because I've been diamond painting for over 3 years, and gosh, a lot's happened, so don't mind the cat. Anyway, the name of this piece is, the artwork is The Dance Class, which there's a little blurb here at the bottom that has the artist's name. It's Edgar Degas, and Dance Class, and this is from Michaels, and is actually the Make Market brand, which seems to be the only brand of diamond painting that Michaels is carrying at the moment. I am pretty confident, and have run this by some other friends and fellow savvy diamond painters. We are pretty confident that Make Market is, excuse me, and my husband coughed at the same time, owned by the same parent, has the same parent company as Diamond Dots, or that Diamond Dots just is the parent company. You'll see this actually with a number of different store brands, like Camelot Diamonds and stuff. If they're not owned by Diamond Dots, they have the same parent company. It's the same polyester material that I have really only seen with Diamond Dots. And it has the same look of the symbols on the canvas. For example, they use a lot of red printed symbols, like there and there, and a lot up here at the top as well, even though those colors on the canvas are not actually the color red. And then the really sparkly diamond quality, I feel like, was actually pretty characteristic for Diamond Dots. For a long time, they really were known as like the sparkliest diamonds that were out there. But anyway, I was really curious to try a Make Market kit. I've been asked about them quite a lot. I purchased this last summer, the summer of 2021. Didn't get the chance to work on it last summer, but I was really in the mood to work on a smaller kit with round diamonds this year, and this really fit the bill. So it's just 40 by 50 centimeters. It has a total of 34 colors, no ABs or special drills. But here's what really, really caught my eye about the Make Market kits in particular. This was $14.99 US in retail. Maybe it was $12.99 last year. I think that this kit would probably be $14.99 with this year's pricing. But then you had a coupon on top of it. I think I paid $10 US for this kit. And for a decent quality, I'd say a good quality kit as far as the materials and everything goes, and they have licensed artwork and old masters, so for that and the whole experience, I thought the price was really well worth it. Now, I was curious. I was very, very curious to see, how is this rendering going to look at this size point? And I'll tell you, I'm not mad about it. I think this turned out remarkably well for this size. This is an itty bitty size for a painting like this. I think it's beyond clear that this piece has had some hand charting done. And while there are some areas, especially in the faces, that look a little awkward, like just one dot for an eye here or two dots right here, you guys, I have to be honest with you, especially given the original artwork, this piece is very impressionistic and very, very soft edges and everything. This, I think, looks amazing. Absolutely worth the price point and the quality. You know what, especially if you are on a budget, I'm going to strongly recommend the Make Market brand too. I know not everyone lives in the States and has access to Michaels, but if you do, that Make Market brand is where it's at for budget, quality, licensed or public domain artwork. So I found the experience of actually working on the kit to just be very relaxing, very enjoyable. There was some color blocking with some kind of linear color blocking with some of these colors. The drill quality was nice, and I had plenty left over in all colors. The drill field was easy to read, even though I'm honestly not a huge fan of the red symbols. Sometimes those kind of blur together just the way that my eye sees them. But I wasn't in danger of mixing any of them up. So I do also kind of wish, and I get that this is probably one of the ways that they really can cut cost, but I wish that the canvas had just a tiny bit more to it. Maybe just a tiny bit of branding or something that's like at least puts the name of the piece and the artist separately, and maybe not this big old unit number. Again, look, this is not truly something I feel is necessary, given that, again, we're looking at super budget friendly, cost saving type things. But if it were an easy change, that is something that I would kind of like to see, especially if you are going to display this in some form. I mean, you'd probably want to just paint over or find some way to cover this and cover the legend anyway. But so that's my thought. Those are my thoughts. It was nice to work on an old masters kit with round diamonds because I don't get to do that very often. But yeah, this was the dance class. It was my first finish for the month of July. It was a whip coming into the month of July, but worked up really quickly. It was my 24th finish of 2023 and my 130th finish of all time, as I put it. So there was that one. I did bring another whip into the month of July, and that was this beauty, which was that big project I was talking to you about. And let me see if I can zoom you out. That's a little bit better. So this is called Outside the Sweet Shop. It is by the artist Helcorio and is from Diamond Art Studio UK. Now, I'm just going to give you a snapshot of my thoughts on this piece because I did a very in-depth post review on this already that you'll find linked in the description of this video. But the really unique thing about this particular piece is that it had 197 colors. You can see the giant legend going on over here. It was pure confetti, but also pure joy to work on. I mentioned in those videos that this is not the first really high color count piece that I've worked on, but this is the one that I am by far the happiest with the end result. And I think that's a mix of the artwork itself and some really nice hand rendering. Diamond Art Studio UK does hand render their pieces, and I just think that their customer service and the whole quality and experience of working on a kit from them was fantastic, and I am more than happy and excited to be ordering from them again. They do regular new releases. I suggest following them on their socials, but they have this one. It's not going anywhere. It's going to be restocked, so you can stay tuned for restocks. And they have other high color count kits as well that are, excuse me, going to be released or going to be restocked. So I strongly suggest that you take a look at what they have. Now, if you don't live in the UK, you may notice that the shipping prices are higher. You guys, this is something that anyone that lives outside of the States tends to pay for kits that are coming from the States. So I know that companies are not making money. Like, this company is not making money on shipping. It's just what it costs. And often I think they're actually losing money on it because they do flat rate. So here's my suggestion. If you live in the States like I do, is order more than one kit, because it is flat rate shipping. And I'm really happy with the quality. I know that there are a lot of other videos and Instagram posts, and even I think on their socials they've shared finished projects so you can see how they look when they're completed. But as far as just the overall general quality and experience of working on one of these kits, the customer service, and it's all licensed, of course, and everything, they get a whole stamp of approval from me, and I have no affiliate relationship with them. I bought this kit myself. They didn't know who I was, that I had a channel or anything when I bought it. So hopefully that gives you a sense that my enthusiasm and my endorsement, just my personal, like, yes, I think this company is worth buying from. I hope that you feel that that's authentic and not a paid for opinion. I always try to be really, really, really neutral, but I know that, can be hard to do and hard to trust. So that's me being transparent. But the quality was great. I'm going to point you over towards the in-depth post review that I did for this kit. If you want to see more, go and take a look. We really get into some of the nitty gritty. But this took me in total about a month to complete. I started it mid-June and finished it mid-July, and it is my 25th finish of the year. And it is my 131st finish of all time. And it was a fun one, you guys. It was fun to get back to a really high color count project. And there has to be another one again soon, I think. Now, next up, you want to talk about the polar opposite kind of project. I have my third finish for the month, a little asterisk. So this is the Museum Edition mini set from Paint Gem. Here's what I do with the Paint Gem sets. I finished one set already, the National Parks set. And what I do is, because these canvases are so small, like this one, it's itty bitty, I count the entire set as one finish. So I did finish the entire set. Here are the names, the different pieces. And I just worked on these throughout the month of July. So we have the Great Wave. I love this piece. We have Starry Night. I could try to set these out so you can see them as well. This one is the Kiss. Interesting to see, quite interesting, I think, to see how they translated some of these pieces into tiny charting. So all of their kits are charted by Julia Grishko, an artist who's doing this specifically for Paint Gem. We have the Mona Lisa and the girl with pearl earring. And this, I think, was the very first set that they did. And I'm impressed. I'm impressed by it. So they have a variety of different sets with a variety of different themes. And I thought this one would just be really, really fun to work on for summer with the masters. The name of this one is The Son of Man. This one was Composition, Mondrian. And this one was Sunflowers. Oops. I realized I stopped giving you names if you were curious. And then this one is The Dream. And then this one is The Scream. The Dream and the Scream. So these were really easy to work up, and it was a nice break from the really large and confetti heavy canvases I've been working on. Some of them did have some confetti, but you guys, when you're working at such a small scale like this, it felt very relaxing and very easy, and I enjoyed working on these. I feel like these are the kinds of things that these little mini sets here do display really well if you have just like a 5x7 photo frame, just a simple white photo frame. These can look really beautiful displayed on a shelf. I've also done a photo album. I'll link to the post review I did of the other Paint Gem set that I've completed, where I demoed some different ways to display these and store these once completed, so you can still love and appreciate them. But this was just really enjoyable to work on it. Even just seeing them all laid out here together, it's just a really nice variety. And I was happy with the overall quality. There's poured glue on the canvases. The drill quality was nice, and I had plenty left over in all the colors. The drill fields were easier to read. I've said before in unboxings of these sets that I just love the overall packaging and branding of these. I think it's really slick, and honestly, I'm kind of a sucker for aesthetics, and they really, hit the mark with these. And so it was just fun. This was very relaxing and fun to work on. So again, this was the Museum Edition from Paint Gem. And of course, I definitely want to mention that I am an affiliate for Paint Gem, but I strive in all things to be as neutral as I possibly can. I really, really do. And I did complete that first set, buy and complete that first set before I was an affiliate. So I hopefully that helps a little bit. So those are my 3 finishes for July. Now I'd love to share with you the whips that I have. I have 2. And this one, okay, so here's the thing. It's August 2nd. And this kit, I had 2 sections left on when I wrapped up July. And it's August 2nd. I finished this on August 1st. So to you, it's going to look like a finish, but I'm a rule follower. This is technically a whip. It was a whip when we went into the month of August. So the name of this piece is Away From It All. It is by the artist Ivy Dolomar and is from Diamond Art Club and is gorgeous. And you guys get to see it completed. Now you will see it again in my month in review of August because this was an August finish. I had these 2 sections, did not have diamonds down when we crossed over from July into August, but the rest of this was completed. And this one has square diamonds and has 73 colors in total, which is, I think, higher than the average that Diamond Art Club typically has. Very, very colorful piece, which can you blame it, given all of the amazing colors going on in the middle. I was intrigued by this piece a lot. It was actually my sneak peek last week or the week before, and I decided to work on it right away because it was just really, really beautiful. I remembered it from one of the voting rounds in the VIP group a while back, and I adore Ivy Dolomar's artwork, and I know that it translates well with Diamond Art Club's rendering style and the way they do their kits. So I worked on this right away, and I did this section like with the face first, and I was just thrilled with how it turned out. The AB placement is gorgeous. There are, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 AB colors in this kit. There's a lot of them in the painter's palette here, and then there's like yellow in the stars and blue over here, and blue highlights actually in our artist's hair, and then some other like yellows and oranges swirled throughout. And I thought that this was just a really gorgeous piece. In particular, the way that you can see in the background, there's all these shades of dark blue, lots of detailing. It's quite confetti heavy and several shades of dark blue. I really love these dark blue flowers. The shading over here, gorgeous. Definitely one of my favorite parts. But it did feel, I don't know, it's not as fun to work in a ton of shades of the same color and be so dark. But I think when you look at it all together like this, the focal point, the center of the artwork just really stands out so beautifully. It's so striking compared to the dark of the background. So I'm really in love with how it turned out in that sense. But this, I don't know, you guys, this felt like it took me a little longer to work up than I might have expected. And generally felt like, I think because it's summer and I've got my kids home from school and whatnot, and I've been working on so many larger and confetti heavy square drill pieces, all those factors mean that I'm finishing diamond paintings a little bit slower than usual for me. I did just feel a little bit like, man, I feel like it's just taking me forever. I had to remind myself though, this kit, the size on it is 55.8 by 74 centimeters. And that's not small. 50 by 70 does feel smaller to me, and I had that in my head as what the size point for this was, but it is bigger, and that does, tend to add up. And so I just need to be more gracious with myself and not feel like, oh no, I'm going slow. I genuinely though, I did enjoy the whole process of working on this kit and the colors in particular in the center. And I thought it turned out so beautifully that I thought this was so well worth it. It's gorgeous and would be so pretty to display as well. So this was, I almost called it Artist's Room. No, it's not Artist's Room. That's a different piece from a different artist. Same shop though. Away From It All by Ivy Dolomar. And like I did with Paint Gem, I'm going to mention that I am an affiliate for Diamond Art Club. But this was the first Diamond Art Club I'd worked on since sometime in the month of May, which for me, when I'm completing multiple diamond paintings a month, that's something, right? So this is me trying really hard to work on kits from a variety of shops and give you guys just a really nice variety and example of what's out there. And yeah, so anyway, last but not least, this is, I'm like ashamed to bring this one out because nothing has changed from last month. Please don't be mad. But this is my poor neglected cross stitch conversion kit. I'm still including it because it is still a whip going into the month of August. This one, especially if you're new, and I'm regularly getting lots of new viewers, so you might not know what in the world this is, but okay, there's a playlist that I've done for this project, and it's a really large scale, really large scale, as in this canvas times 8 is how big this project is. And this is a long canvas. It's like 93 centimeters long and 37 tall. So what I've done is I've taken a cross stitch chart, specifically Once Upon a Fairy Tale by Amy Stewart, and the chart's from Heaven and Earth Designs. I've taken that chart and I am turning it into a diamond painting on a blank canvas, which means I'm reading the chart, the pattern, and I'm having to count my spaces and place my diamonds. So this I started about a year ago at this point. This is the third of 8 panels, and I'm maybe a quarter to a third of the way done with this panel, and I just keep neglecting it. I will go ahead and admit that I think I just have a bit of a mental block about it right now, and I do want to come back to it, but I need to give myself permission to just go, it's okay if I'm not feeling like I want to work on this piece right now. I want to work on it when it's bringing me joy. Otherwise, it's going to feel like a slog. I'm going to be annoyed, and I'm going to ultimately move slower. I am definitely a believer that you finish a diamond, or you make faster progress, and obviously enjoy the process more if you actually are truly enjoying and excited about working on your project. And I'm struggling with this one a bit. So I will point you to the playlist that I've done for this project if you're curious and you want to see the different updates that I've done over time. It's been a while since I've done an update, at least a couple of months, but who knows? This may or may not be something I pull out sometime during the month of August. I'm just going to have to see. But let's go ahead and talk about the month of August. So things that I have coming up. This is actually a month that I have off from hosting events. I just came off of hosting Summer with the Masters in June and July, and then it was my 3rd year hosting that. And then in May, I was my 1st year, I hosted an event called Marvelous May. And so after 3 months straight of hosting events, I have this month off. But I'm doing a little bit of wrapping up of Summer with the Masters and doing a ton of prep and getting ready to kick off Drills and Chills. So the 5th annual Drills and Chills is happening this year. This will be my 3rd year of hosting this event, and I've asked my friend Lindsay from Emeralds and Fairy Lights to come on and join me as a co-host this year, and I'm excited to get to partner with her. And I really love getting to partner with other creators in the community and hopefully make these really fun events that you enjoy being a part of. But as far as events that I'm planning to participate in, the only one that is really on my radar at the moment is AB's in August, which my friends Jamie Paints and Kirby Diamond Paints on Instagram are hosting, and I'll link to that info below. There are a lot of other amazing events going on this month, just none that fit kits that I'm planning to work on or that I have even in my stash to work on. I'm afraid that I will miss some, so I will just point you to the Diamond Painting Events Facebook group, or if you don't have Facebook, there's an Instagram account that has a spreadsheet of events as well, and take a look. And I highly encourage you to join in on events that have a theme that you like the idea of joining in on. But for me, I think just AB's in August, and I already have kitted up my next project, which if you would like a little preview, I actually have the box right here because I just finished kitting it up. But I'm going to be working on Aphrodite from Diamond Art Club and Chrisabug. This is one of my rainy day kits. Rainy day kits are just kits that it's a term that I came up with that's just kits in my stash that have special meaning to me and I'm saving for a rainy day, whether that's a day that I need to pick me up or I'm just in a really good mood or I'm excited and I'm like, I want to work on a special kit that I'm really appreciating. And this is one of them. I love the colors. It has round diamonds because I need round diamonds in my life right now. I've done so many square kits and it makes me happy. I just keep being drawn toward it. And so that's what I'm working on next. And I'm just going to let this month be kind of follow my nose month because I know that once Drills and Chills starts on September 1st. Then it's September and October, going to be fall and Halloween. And then before we know it, it's going to be Christmas. And then it's going to be the New Year. Does anyone else feel like that a little bit? So I'm just going to try to slow down and just appreciate the moment and work on the kits that bring me joy and that I just, want to work on. But lots of fun things coming. I am going to have, of course, fun content here. I've ordered from a couple new to me shops. Actually, one just got delivered a couple of days ago. So I'm hoping maybe I can work on some new to me shops this month to kind of share with you, again, a variety of different shops that are in the community. It seems like a new shop is opening about every week at this point. So if you'd like to see a list, it's not comprehensive and I'm not giving personal endorsement of every shop on this list. It's just meant to be a potential resource that you can do with as you will. We do in the Facebook group that I share with Lindsay from Diamonds and from Emeralds and Fairy Lights. We have a Facebook group called Diamonds and Emeralds. We have a doc in that group that we try to keep up to date with companies that offer only legally licensed artwork. So I'll link that doc below in case you want to take a look and see the huge variety of shops that are out there now. So I'm gonna let you guys go though. Let me know in the comments, please. What did July look like for you? Are there any accomplishments you're really excited about and want to share? Because I'd love to hear about it. Do you have any fun plans for the month of August? Any events you're planning to participate in? Any kits you're excited to work on? Please share down in the comment section below. I genuinely love reading about it and hearing about it. So you guys, thanks for hanging out with me today. I hope you enjoyed seeing a little recap of what the month of July looked like for me. If you want to stay up to date with all my future diamond painting content, I would love to have you here. Feel free to hit the subscribe button and the bell to be notified when I share new videos. And I hope you have the best day ever. All right, my friends, I'll chat with you in the next one. Bye.